Hey, I am coming to you from Tullahoma, Tennessee. Now, there's a lot that happens here at Tullahoma. After the Battle of Stones River in January of 1863, Confederate General Braxton Bragg is going to retreat his army here to Tullahoma and fortify this area. The reason he does that is to protect the supply depot here. There's a lot of railroads that come through Tullahoma, and this is a very strategic supply line for the Confederates. Tullahoma is the midpoint of the line that serves both Union and Confederate armies, and so it's basically a logistics center. Now, Federal troops had arrived here in the spring of 1862, but the Confederates had taken it back in the fall of that year and supplied their army at Murfreesboro via rail. But again, January 1863, Braxton Bragg is here. Knowing this, General William Rosecrans of the Union Army is going to come up with an elaborate plan. He's going to try to get the Confederates out of Tullahoma. So in June of 1863, he is going to begin a major offensive to come here to Tullahoma. There's going to be several little battles, battle at Hoover's Gap, and places like that. And the reason those battles are occurring is because Rosecrans is trying to outmaneuver Bragg. He is trying to force Bragg out of Tullahoma so that the Federals can capture it. The Confederates will evacuate Tullahoma on July 1st, and it will become a Federal supply depot and post. Tullahoma itself will survive the war and the occupations, and the railroad here was reincorporated as the Nashville, Chattanooga, and St. Louis Railway. And the railroad actually remains important today. It's right here. But some other actions that happened during this time is the fact that this campaign really goes from about June 23rd, 24th through July 4th. And we have some major things happening in 1863. We have the big Battle of Gettysburg, 3-day battle, 51,000 casualties. We have the capture of Vicksburg, siege of months. Finally have that capture of Vicksburg down on the Mississippi River. And here we have the capture of Tullahoma, but it gets overshadowed. William Rosecrans actually gets upset because this gets overshadowed by these other events. And he basically tells Abraham Lincoln it's overshadowed because there wasn't enough bloodletting. Maybe he was kind of right on that. It doesn't look like a massive Union victory, but this is one of the most brilliant Civil War maneuvers of the war. One of the most brilliant campaigns. Although William Rosecrans has a lot of difficulties in some other things, here at Tullahoma, he did a very good job outmaneuvering Braxton Bragg and forcing him to retreat. Another factor to that would be the dissension within the Confederate ranks. Already, Confederate generals are not very trusting of Braxton Bragg, and he has butted heads with a lot of his subordinates. They're not having a good time with each other. They're not trusting each other, so that makes campaigning very difficult. Get a chance to get here to Tennessee, definitely do so. We're in Tullahoma today.